It's Melanie Fraser here from the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce. And today we're with one of our newer members, Cheryl from Foliage. So welcome, Cheryl. We're super happy to see you today. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, our pleasure. So I was so pleased when I saw that you had joined the chamber because, we often see a lot of similar type businesses that join, but yours was unique 100%. So tell us a little bit about Foliage. What are you? Where are you? And what kind of services do you offer?
Yeah, so we are Georgetown's houseplant store. We exclusively sell tropical houseplants, succulents, cacti, air plants. We have plant arrangements. Our whole idea was to be a one-stop shop when you come in and you want to get a houseplant. So we also have a curated selection of pots and ceramics. We have soils, fertilizers. We have a few neat houseplant books and some houseplant prints for your wall and note cards. I just got some houseplant playing cards in, which are kind of fun. So we try to
So
offer,
all plants all the time.
yeah, exactly. And I like to bring in different plants all the time because I know there's some people who collect plants. So I try to get more rare plants for the plant collectors. And then just always the favorite and iconic plants like the Monstera deliciosa, which is always a favorite. So we try to keep a good rotation and selection available for everyone. So I always like to think that there's a plant for everyone. So I try to make that realistic for people so they can just come and pick up the plant they like. And then we also have we offer a bunch of different plant services. So we have potting services. So if you want to repot your plant, you can bring it in to us and I'll repot it for you. We also offer plant styling for offices, businesses, as well as homes. So if you have like a business, an office, and you want to kind of liven up the place, I can come and look at the lighting and give you some suggestions of what plants would work best. Same thing with your home. We also which have been very fun for everyone, is we offer workshops. So you can come with your friends for a night of doing plant stuff, and you can create your own like 10-inch glass globe terrarium, or we have a houseplant 101, so you can learn all the basic stuff. So they're a lot of fun. You can have a glass of wine if you like. We also like to offer guest favors. So if you have like a baby shower or some type of celebration you want to give a favor out, we can create any type really, but mini succulents are always great. As well for corporate events, if you have a dinner or an event happening where we've created centerpieces before, or again, client favors, client gifts. Yeah, so there's
That's
a bunch of
great.
different stuff
Wow,
happening.
that's a lot. So you're not just a plant store. So getting back to selling plants, do you find that most people coming in are buying for themselves, or are they buying gifts? And we're heading into the holiday season. So what's your focus that way?
Yeah, I would probably say it's a good 50-50 split. We get a
Yeah.
lot of people coming in for gifts, but as well as people just love plants. And there's so many benefits to incorporating plants around you in your space, especially as we go into winter. My house is pretty jungle-esque, so I find that having a bunch of greenery around me really helps me get through the really cold months. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what do you find? Do you find that people, I have pets, for example, so I don't have pets in my home because I'm scared to put the wrong, or I don't have plants in my home rather because I'm scared to put the wrong kind in. Are you able to help people with those kinds of decisions?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We have a bunch of pet-friendly plants. And as part of it as well, like my whole goal is to properly educate people on plants, because it's not like there's a high school course about this, and there's so much misinformation out there on the internet. So yeah, I love people coming in asking, yeah, low light plants, pet-friendly plants. People also send me emails with pictures of their plants and ask like, what's happening? And I'm always happy to help with any questions that people have.
Oh, that's great. So, I know the answer to this because you and I chatted at one of our business after hours, but why don't you tell everyone what your background is and why you opened up your own business. I always think the path to entrepreneurship is so interesting. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in my past life, I was a healthcare professional. I was an X-ray technologist for 13 years. And then about a year ago in September, I was driving to work and I had just was like, I don't think this is for me anymore. And I kind of want to follow my passion, which was plants. So I was like, I knew what I wanted to do had something to do with plants. I wasn't quite sure what that looked like. So I thought about it. And I was like, I'm going to open up a houseplant store. So at that time, driving to work, I wasn't sure how realistic that was because I've never owned or operated a business before. But I kind of made this promise to myself that I would take it as far as I could. So I reached out to the Halton Small Business Center, which was amazing. They kind of told me the next steps and they helped me with my market research. I was in touch with a program called Futurepreneur, which offers loans for young entrepreneurs between the ages of 18 and 39. So I just kind of sneaked in there. And so I had to write like a 40-page business plan. I had to have all the financial details, the financial forecasts. And yeah, so I worked really hard at that for the next couple months. And I was granted the loan in January. And then we got right to work and created Foliage.
That's amazing. So you put in some really hard work, actually. I am so glad that you talked about Halton Region Small Business Center because they're such an invaluable tool, for either free resources or really low cost resources. So good for you. And we always try to match people up with grants and loans because there's so many out there. And if you just put the work in, you can really get a head start. So I'm really impressed. Good for you. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
So what that means actually is that you're probably really in good shape for future business success because you've done that pre-work, right? Lots of people just say, oh, like you said, I love plants, I'm going to open a store, and then things come as a surprise. But because you put the work in ahead of time, I think that you're probably finding that although days might be tough, but you have a plan as to where you're heading, right?
Yes, definitely. Like having a business plan was invaluable. And I was surprised because you have to come up with estimates of what you expect to bring in. I'm like, I have no idea how to get that information. So I reached out to other similar businesses. And at this point, we're pretty on par with what my business plan was estimated at. So that was encouraging. And it's nice to have that to fall back on and just refocus if you get off track. So yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, good for you. Okay, so I can't believe we've already been talking for like 8 minutes. It's amazing. So, you can talk about anything that you're passionate about. So what I want to do is close off with this. So where do people find you? And as we head into the holiday season, what's the one message you want to send? Is it gifts? I love that workshop idea. So where can people find you and what do you want them to take action on?
Yeah, so we're located at 126 Mill Street, so just downtown Georgetown. We're right across from the Legion. We have a website, so you can shop online. It's foliageliving.ca, and our Instagram is @foliageliving. And for the holiday season, I think that we'll have we already have a bunch of festive arrangements that are super cute as gifts, as hostess gifts for your own place. And I also think that you should treat yourself and get a plant because it will make you happy in the winter.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you were driving to work and just said, nope, it's plants. I need to follow my passion. We'll have to do a follow-up interview so I find out why plants are such a passion for you. But, we're so happy to have you at the chamber. And, I just love that I love your backstory, Cheryl. So we're thrilled, and I know it's tough for you to get out to some events because you've got a young family, but we really look forward to seeing you around and being able to draw upon your experience in starting up a new business. So congrats on everything.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, we're going to leave it there, and I encourage everyone to reach out to Cheryl to get some happy plants in your house. And what a great corporate, like a gift idea, right? Is to give all of your clients some plants or maybe a workshop so that they can do those terrariums. Sounds super fun. Okay, Cheryl, thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.